Daybreak DDoS attackers sentenced to 2 years in prison, and you'll need a paid subscription to play a catalog of free games on Google Stadia. All that and more, I'm Ethos, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First off in the news this week, Epic Games is continuing its weekly free games offering, and while they're not incredibly new, there's still some pretty decent offerings. Currently, the offering for last week was the co-op cooking game titled Overcooked. This game allows 4 players in both co-op and competitive challenge modes, cooking a wide range of dishes in order to save the Onion Kingdom, which is filled with all kinds of kitchens to cook in, even lava-filled ones. But that's not all of it. But this upcoming week, if you don't already own Runic Games' ARPG Torchlight, you'll be able to pick it up free beginning July the 11th. The game, which has consistently maintained positive reviews since its release in 2009, usually runs $15. Right, so we're 50-50 on this one being free to play right now or not, but you might want to know about Bandai Namco's upcoming online game, Blue Protocol. The company announced the PC game a few days ago, and now we have a trailer with some screenshots to look at. The anime-styled game is built on Unreal Engine 4 and takes place in a world on the brink of destruction. It looks like there might be some space and time travel shenanigans, but that's pretty much all we know about the game at the moment. Oh, and we do know that the registration is currently open for the Japanese alpha test, so if you're able to access it, it will run from July the 26th to July the 28th. Now, according to a report on Twin Finite, which also has a screenshot of the game's PC specs, only 5,000 people will be lucky enough to take part. So, good luck. So it looks like yet another person has been sentenced in his participation of 2013's DDoS attacks against then Sony Online Entertainment, now Daybreak Game Company, as well as some other gaming companies. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of California announced that former derp trolling member Austin Thompson will be spending the next 27 months in prison. He's also ordered to pay $95,000 in restitution to Daybreak. The 27-year-old Utah native was not associated with derp trolling, but stated in his plea agreement that he was in charge of the group's Twitter account. The same account that was used to announce planned attacks against their victims, and later posted screenshots as proof that the servers had been taken down. Thompson is scheduled to begin serving his sentence on August 23rd of this year. The Google Stadia might be going the Xbox One route when it comes to free-to-play games. In response to a Twitter user asking about Fortnite Battle Royale yesterday, the official account said that to have access to a catalog of free games, you'll need Stadia Pro. Now, the current list of games coming to Stadia doesn't include anything that is currently free-to-play, though Destiny 2 is on the list. One would also have to imagine popular free-to-play games like Fortnite Battle Royale and Warframe are also being considered for inclusion, considering their success on other platforms. Google Stadia is expected to launch in November, and there'll be a monthly subscription, Stadia Pro, which will go for about only $10 a month, which will allow you to play games in 4K at 60 FPS, and a free base level coming in 2020. The key question is what is referred to by the catalog of free games, which has been referred to as a back catalog, indicating games that aren't new or current like Fortnite. This has been stated since the Stadia was revealed, but the dodginess regarding a direct question about Fortnite is a little bit concerning. At current, I guess you'd say you'll have to buy most games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Final Fantasy 15 as you normally would for their retail prices, but the additional subscription will grant you better graphic fidelity as well as access to a catalog. In that case, they're free as compared to what you'd be paying for ACO or Final Fantasy 15, but not free overall. I know this is pretty confusing, but suffice to say, more clarification on what that catalog includes or what it doesn't will be needed very soon. And finally, for some very strange news, so over the years we've seen a lot of reasons why games go to free to play, but this one is a new one to add to the list. Pathea Games' multiplayer sandbox title Planet Explorers is no longer multiplayer. Now, that's because, according to the dev team, the server codebase for the multiplayer functionality was lost. The problems appeared to start with a server outage on May the 5th. Despite seeming hopeful in an update on June 6th, the devs finally threw in the towel on June 24th. In that final message, the developers called multiplayer a quote-unquote lost cause unless we completely rewrite the code from scratch, which was deemed impossible due to requiring software and code that is no longer available. As such, the game is still available but only in single-player form, and now it's totally free, so you can check it out for yourself on Steam. Now, the devs did conclude their message by thanking the Planet Explorer players for their support while vowing that the company will be working on a sequel to the game, a project that should be starting sometime next year. Hopefully they'll have learned to make better backups by then. And that moves us to our question of the week. With the news of another DDoS attacker being sentenced this year, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about individuals or groups who try to DDoS games and services. Do you feel giving them jail time is enough, or do you think 27 months is a little bit too light? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And that's it for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name is Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.